Hello. So, I just watched the director's cut of Rocky 4, directed by Sylvester Stallone, aka Rocky. This one is titled Rocky 4 Rocky vs. Drago. And I think us Rocky fans, we all had that big feeling and anticipation for this movie that what can Stallone deliver more to the table than the original did? If we go through fast, the original, we all know it's like a Cold War thing with United States, Russia, and it's like a cartoonish. But still, as a man, as a guy who born in '80s, I can't help myself but to love Rocky 4 and of course the whole Rocky franchise. The Rocky 1, the original, is actually a masterpiece of a movie. It's not just like Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 was. And I also have a little thing in here for Rocky 5. I like the authenticity and the back to the roots thing with that. Anyhow, I watch now the director's cut of Rocky 4, Rocky versus Drago, and there is a lot of different things than I have this complete saga of 1 to 6 parts, and here's of course the original Rocky 4. There is actually pretty much what Stallone did there. He did really put there new scenes and make new characterizations. Sorry, my English about that. I'm from Finland. But basically, he did bring to the table a lot more than I actually thought. Small things and big things. So let's start going around these parts. What he actually redid, basically all, where you can see that this is really a director's cut. So the beginning is like a more montage from the whole Rocky 3 movie, not only about the ending fight with Clubber Lang, and it gives you that deep feeling of Apollo Creed. It gives you the feeling that okay, this guy really matters to Rocky. He matters to us. We like Apollo. We love Apollo. Apollo fucking Creed, hey. This brings that more to the table, but then again, I have to say I think this beginning part is not as good as the original. Uh, I just feel like it's way over long, like going through what happened in Rocky 4, and then it straight goes to the business, you could say. um, what they changed about this movie and put more is the relationship between Rocky and Apollo, and I loved it. I really did loved it because you know what's gonna happen to Apollo, yeah. You need to understand he was Rocky's best friend, and it needs to hurt what happens. And the conversation in Rocky's place, it was very good to have there. At the same time, I loved that they take that stupid Pauli's robot thing out because it was ridiculous. But it was the '80s, Macho Man and blah blah blah. But they really put more heart into the relationship of Apollo and Rocky, and I gotta say I really dig that. And then came Drago versus Apollo. First of all, you see right from the beginning with Drago, Stallone is bringing that more humanizing way of directing and showing us this monster called Ivan Drago. He's not a machine only. He fights like a machine, he looks like a machine, but there is a guy inside who doesn't really like to be labeled as a killing machine robot. He's a man who has a wife and he's very competitive with his boxing, and it shows. But he's not only a machine, and I like that. I really like that. Also, I loved what they did on Creed 2 with Drago and with his son. It was very, very nice closure for this thing. What about the match with Apollo and Drago? Uh, Loved it. Better than the original because it showed Apollo actually going down one time and getting up. It showed that Apollo still had that fight in him. That Apollo died like a soldier. Because in the original, he just gets his fucking ass kicked by Drago. He didn't get one good punch. Here he at least has some trying there. He actually delivers a couple good looking punches. But at the end, Drago is just too much. But the motion when he says to Rocky, "You're my friend," when Rocky says, "Don't do this to me." Very important scene, and I love that it's there. The funeral scene of Apollo should have been the original right away, yeah. The emotion in Rocky's speech and him speaking with Adrian after the funeral is beautiful. I loved how they bring Adrian's role a little bit higher in this movie, and it's the right thing to do because Adrian is the soul of Rocky. And funeral scene was beautiful, better than the original also. Training montage. Look, same like the original, awesome as fuck, of course. But the little problem comes here, also later on the ending fight with Drago, that the new scenes, they don't go right way with the music. You know when it's coming that time in the music and the hit comes or something like that. Here it's like coming late, the music coming late because it has new scenes. And editing in there, the editing was not so good. But the training montages, still top notch. Also a little bit more with Duke, that I love. Duke is a great character, full of heart. When he says, you see, he's not a machine, he's a man. You feel that, you fucking feel that. And the ending fight is like, it's fucking better than the original, it's better. Because it showed you it's not about Drago 13 rounds and Rocky 2 rounds winning. It showed you that Rocky actually won a couple rounds in the middle of this war. And it showed you that Drago was like getting his breath trying to stay there. It was hard on Drago also. It's not like miracle happened in round 15. Rocky had a chance there all the time. I seriously loved this remake, this director's cut. I really love. And the best part comes the end. The final speech where they put that Cold War, America, Russia bullshit away. He just says quietly, after he says, "My friend died," he says, "Everybody can change." Not like, "Everybody can change." I love it. Great way to do justice for Apollo and justice for the franchise. It made this movie much more credibility. It made it more like an adult movie and not some Disney movie where machines are beating each other. Even I still love that. They made more human of Drago. They give more time for Adrian. Loved it. All in all, I can't believe I say this. I'm a huge Rocky fan. Rocky 4 director's cut better than the original. Enjoy it. If you love Rocky, if you love the Rocky 4 original, you will love this, in my opinion. Even though it's not perfect, there was those editing things that look like a little weird, but all in all, thank you, Sylvester Stallone. Take care, what do you think? Let me know in the comments.